21-year-old mother Alice Sin. Her sweet smile, her warm spirit, captured in dozens of family photos.
She loved her parents. She so appreciated their bringing her to the United States and the opportunities that gave her.
Alice, a native of China, lives in the city of Pen Knoll, just northeast of San Francisco. She raises her infant son while taking classes at a community college.
Alice was poised on the brink of really finding her power. Becoming a mother was a truly significant event in her life.
Prosecutor Mary Knox feels as though she knows Alice personally. But the grim reality is she's working Alice's murder case. Along a stretch of the dusty Nevada desert east of Reno, two mining inspectors reportedly discover a woman's mutilated and bullet-ridden corpse, half buried in the sand.
She was brutally murdered, and then her body was defaced. There were obvious badger eating marks on her body where she had been clawed open from the animals that were out there.
Dental records later identify the victim as Alice Sin. At the scene, her killer can only be identified by a few cryptic clues.
There was Monopoly money that had been stuffed into Alice's pockets and also kind of just spread through the badger den and in the dirt.
Written on that play money, the acronyms NWO and ZOG.
The initials stand for New World Order and Zionist Occupied Government, which are white supremacist groups.
How did this innocent young mother, Alice, end up in this strange and horrifying condition in the desert, some 200 miles away from her home? Was Alice's murder some type of strange hate crime?
When you have someone that takes their time to mutilate a body afterwards, I believe it's a display of a lot of hatred for that person.
Detectives dig into Alice's personal life, looking for answers.
She was a wonderful friend and was very thoughtful about her relationships with people.
There, they find Alice's live-in boyfriend, 28-year-old tech consultant Raymond Wong, the father of Alice's child.
Raymond was very smart, college graduate, owned a couple homes, just did very well for himself.
His parents had immigrated here from Hong Kong. He began dating her while she was a student at UC Davis.
But Alice's college love affair was soon headed for a bitter lesson and some fierce competition. Cops say Raymond cheated on her with his on-again, off-again girlfriend, 25-year-old Jessica Tang.
Jessica and Alice hate each other. They were aware of each other.
Adding even more drama to an already torrid love triangle. Both women are pregnant with Raymond's babies.
Alice wrote Raymond a letter saying that she knew he was seeing Jessica again, and that Alice and Raymond needed to work out a relationship so that they could raise their baby together.
That would never happen. Late November in Pen Knoll, just days before Thanksgiving, Raymond calls police, telling them Alice is missing. But as detectives comb the city looking for the young mom, they become suspicious.
As her friends had described, she loved her child. She would have never just up and left the child with Raymond.
Cops soon discover Alice's car left abandoned in a local shopping center parking lot. And shockingly, a $2 million life insurance policy Alice applied for, naming Raymond as her beneficiary. Then there's the other woman, Jessica Tang, who investigators say moved in with Raymond only days after Alice goes missing.
Alice's clothing was moved from their bedroom. It was packaged up in garbage bags that were in the garage.
Detectives wonder, does Raymond know more about Alice's disappearance than he's letting on? He says no and agrees to a polygraph test to prove it.
Close your eyes and relax and just be comfortable. Do you know what happened to Alice?
No.
Are you lying about what happened to Alice?
No.
Raymond put himself through a polygraph, which he failed horribly. I think it came back as inconclusive, but that he had lied during certain parts of it.
But cops know a failed polygraph is not enough to arrest Raymond Wong, now a prime suspect. It takes evidence and patience. Both were about to surface.
Okay, we're leaving the body site where the murder occurred.
Just 2 months after questioning Raymond, police find Alice's decomposed body in the Nevada desert. An autopsy confirms the heartbreaking reality. Alice was pregnant with Raymond's second child. Then, gruesome details of her death made cops even more suspicious about who viciously killed her.
Her uterus had been removed, which was important as Alice was 4 months pregnant at the time that she was killed. The baby had been taken out of her body. Very sick and disgusting.
Now, armed with a warrant to search Raymond's home, detectives make a disturbing discovery.
There were literally thousands of hours of snuff videos recovered from Raymond Wong's computer that depicted women being killed and brutalized, tortured, and sexually assaulted.
Some images involving children.
Purely sadistic. He enjoyed inflicting pain. He enjoyed seeing other people inflict pain to others.
Prosecutors are able to arrest and lock up Raymond Wong on child pornography charges. But with no direct physical evidence tying him to Alice Sin's brutal death, they hit a roadblock in the murder case.
This case was challenging in that it depended on thousands of very small pieces of circumstantial evidence to create the whole picture.
And the picture was about to blur. Before cops could nab their killer, Raymond Wong, now released from prison, escapes felony violations of state sex offender registration laws and quickly disappears.
He fled the country to China. He was in China for 3.5 years.
He was going to beat the case, and he was going to get out and be a free man.
Almost a decade passes. Alice's savage murder goes unpunished. But now, cold case detectives could be on the verge of catching a major break, all thanks to Raymond's very own slip-up.
He had approached the CIA and the FBI in Beijing, offering to work as a spy for the United States.
Up next.
They sort of hoodwinked Raymond and told him, "Oh, we'd love to work with you."
This was our chance to finally bring this case to a close.
Will a strategic ruse be enough to finally arrest Alice's killer? And will detectives crack it with the help of the other woman? Detectives have a cold case on their hands, but it's about to heat up.
I think I was sitting at home, and I got a phone call from work, from dispatch, and they said, hey, the FBI is on the phone, and they think that they have Raymond Wong in custody at SFO. And I was like, whoop, I'll be right in.